I want to give a quick update on paralyzed Metro Police Officer Shay. If you don't know this tragic story, we've covered it since day one, and it's a horrible story, and it gets me choked up just thinking about it. This young officer, he just celebrated his 30th birthday, and he was, during a Black Lives Matter protest, some piece of human scum decided to shoot this man in the neck. I don't know why. I don't know all the details, but what I do know is that man is in prison. He's probably never going to get out. Officer Shay's been paralyzed. It's amazing he's still alive. So I want to give you guys an update on him. He just celebrated, as I mentioned, his 30th birthday with his family at a rehab center for spinal cord injuries. And he's also overcoming a case of pneumonia, this poor guy. As far as what his nephew said, Frank Michelonis, he said medically there's not really any change. He said the prognosis and the diagnosis is the same, and he's still paralyzed from the neck down on a ventilator. He said, quote, "We can talk to him. He can speak. His voice is pretty clear, very clear. His voice is a little different because of the breathing apparatus, but we can talk to him. There are some positives in the year 2020 that we can work with, like voice-activating things, like an Alexa for him. He can control the TV by it being voice-activated. Things like that, technology-wise, are better than they were years ago. That is the silver lining." Shay's expected to stay at the facility at least until January. Frank Michelonis' nephew said he just wants to know what the outlook is going to be. We just don't have an answer for him, unfortunately. He knows what happened. He knows he can't move his limbs. And we are like, we just don't know. Very sad as a young man celebrating his 30th birthday. And by the way, Frank, I think I misspoke. Frank is his uncle, not his nephew. So that is really daunting and sad. And my thoughts go out to him and his family. And I know the community has done a great job in coming together to try to help him best they could. But what can you do? This man had his whole life ahead of him at 29 years old when he was shot in the neck. And now he's paralyzed for the rest of his life. And like I said, it is a miracle that he is even still alive. But, you know, I don't want to be negative here, but I don't know if I'd want to live like that. And I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know if I'd want to live the rest of my life paralyzed, not being able to move and having been taken care of 24/7. I guess you never know until you're actually in that situation. But again, we hope that he has some sort of recovery. But I'm just saying, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And we're glad that he's getting the professional care that he needs. And again, our thoughts and prayers are to the Michelonis family for what is just a horrible, horrible tragedy. And while you can be Black Lives Matter, you can be for the movement, as I am, you can also be pro-police. It's very possible to be both. It's very possible to be against police brutality, but still believe that the majority of police officers are good people that are heroes. I'm one of those people. I am pro-police, and I am pro-Black Lives Matter movement. Equality for minorities, ending police brutality. That's who I am. You can be who you are. I want both. I want to applaud and salute the heroes and the men and women that are police officers, the good police. And I also understand why many of those protesting are doing so. And I support that as well. And let's leave it at that.